Hi everybody, so I'm here to tell you about the Battle of the Bulge. Before we begin, we need a little bit of background information on what was the Battle of the Bulge. Originally, it was a major German offensive campaign launched on the Western Front towards the end of World War II in Europe. It lasted between December 16, 1944 to January 25th, 1945. So it carried over between a year. It carried over. So it occurred in the dense forest of Wallonia, which I promise you is a real place. I looked it up. And it's kind of this border area between Belgium, France, and Luxembourg. So now that we have the background information, we can dive deep into what exactly the Battle of the Bulge was. So Adolf Hitler attempted to split the Allies' armies in northwest Europe by the means of a supplies Volkskrieg thrusting through the Ardennes and the Antwerp. All that means is that they were trying to surprise the Allies. As the Germans drove deeper into the Ardennes in an attempt to secure vital bridgeheads, the Allies' line took an appearance and they basically just took over. They weren't going to take any, stuff from Hitler. And so General George S. Patton successfully maneuvered the Third Army and basically just neutralized the German counteroffense and won. German offenses ran out of fuel and ammunition before anyone else, and that was essentially contributed to the victory of the Allies. So in this next portion, I'm going to show you a quick video that is a first-hand account of what exactly what exactly happened at the Battle of the Bulge when you are running out of supplies. So it's going to take a minute, so.
During the Bulge, command broke down, supplies broke down, morale broke down, communications broke down, everything broke down. It was every man for himself. We were inadequately clothed. We didn't have rubber overshoes. We didn't have overcoats. We didn't have gloves. We didn't have scarves. My boots were so bad, I would strip newspapers and drapery off of the bombed out houses and wrap my feet in it. You were having trouble breathing because the snow was suffocating you. And consequently, we lost a lot of men who froze to death.
So basically, the Allies won after a long struggle in the winter, and so this leads to us asking what exactly was the significance of this battle. It could just be like any other battle in American or European or world history. It could just be death. But this was really important because the Germans lost so much in this battle. Literally, almost their entire army was wiped out. Approximately 30,000 soldiers and 44,000 infantry forces were killed or captured. And the Battle of the Bulge was most significant in that it ruined the German army and, in essence, brought about the end of the war. While the battle was intended to split the Allies' lines and force negotiated peace, the American forces contained it and basically took over. Now, while the Germans lost a significant amount of weaponry, their German industries just couldn't help them at all. So even though the Germans lost a lot, the Americans lost a serious amount as well, but not nearly as devastating. The memories of the Battle of the Bulge will haunt the soldiers who fought there forever, because as you saw in the video, these men were literally fighting not only the Germans but also for their lives. The battle is significant in the course of World War II because it is seen as Hitler's last major offense in the war, which is very important because after this notable moment in World War II history, we see that Hitler's forces are trying to prevent people from coming out rather than taking over other countries because they refuse to let go of their empire, and on top of that, they did not want people to find out what was truly happening to the Jews. So, it is also remembered for its influence at the end of the war, and on top of that, the Battle of the Bulge was also a horrendous experience for the forces that fought, whether it was the Germans or the Allies. So if you have any questions, I'm willing to take them after the video is over. But in conclusion, I would just like to say thank you. And I hope you have a great day.